Hey folks, Marty Nowicki from Impact Snap, coming to you from the Turning Stone Resort Casino in upstate New York. Today we're going to show you a little difference between, or a big difference between setup and impact, and give you a little drill to help stabilize your impact. When I take my setup, you'll notice that my hands are about in line with the center of my body, or a nice little reference for most people would be that the butt end of the club is pointing at the belt buckle. There are some players that do press that forward a little bit. There are some other players that flatten out all the wrist conditions, a la Bryson DeChambeau. So he really keeps that wrist condition stable the whole time, which with a wedge, you'll see how that would preset the hand slightly ahead of the golf ball and put the hand more opposite the left leg or the left thigh. Okay? Either way is correct. What's important to note is that setup is here, impact is somewhere very different. So the shaft, especially with a wedge, shaft will be well past the point of the ball, hand will be opposite the left knee over the left foot, shaft will be leaning. Note that when you do this, maintain a square club face. A lot of times I say, okay, let's see what your hands look like when they go forward, and people flash the club face wide open. Note that when the hands move forward, the club head should actually move down and still remain square. Okay, that is super important, especially for those slicers out there. If you want to start to draw the ball, then the easiest way to do that would be to learn how to get that wrist bone up a little higher without the club face flashing open. Little drill that I like to do is I'll have people go to waist high, I'll have them make that little turn, I'll have them do a little shallowing action and stop right before impact. That way you can get an assessment of what does the club face really look like, where are my hands, where's the pressure. I've got, at that moment in time, about 70 to 80% of my pressure is here, but I still have some pressure here, so I'm in the process of pushing off with that right foot. Note that setup and impact are two completely different positions. If we were looking from down the line, setup, impact, two completely different positions. I turn more, my right elbow's in more, my right shoulder's down more, club face is still square. Setup, impact. We are not trying to return the club to its original starting point. There are players that will return it to the same shaft plane, but note that from this viewpoint, no good player returns it exactly to where they're starting, except for Bryson DeChambeau hitting a pitch shot, because he presets impact and then maintains impact the whole time with a little body rotation. So if your pitching is struggling, I would preset those conditions, but the purpose of this video is to note that in most cases, setup and impact are two completely different places. And you can practice them statically. Just pay attention to what the club face looks like and where your hands are as you return it to the ball. Here's impact. The purpose of your hands being over here is so that the club hits the ground after the ball. So setup is here, Bryson's setup would be here, but impact is still here, so that the club hits the ground after the ball. I'm Marty Nowicki from Impact Snap, coming to you from the Turning Stone Resort Casino. Please hit the subscribe button down below, click the bell, and you'll get notices every time we put out a video. Leave your comments down below. That helps us to create more content for you.